Zoom Zoom. You feel it. And with extra value now at Mazda, it's time to own it. Go for Mazda CX-3 Neo from $22,490 drive away, plus a $500 Go bonus. It's time to go.
Mix FM News. Full Wade's. New roof, roof replacement or leaking roof. See the team at Wade's. Pinson Street, Horsham. Part of the Ace Radio Network. 94.5, 98.5 and 101.3 Mix FM.
13 degrees in Melbourne, a shower or two. Top today, 15. 9 o'clock, good morning. I'm David Armstrong. Around 60 people had to be evacuated from the Box Hill RSL last night after a man set fire to a shed next door. Emergency services were called to the venue on Nelson Road around 9. They managed to contain the flames. No one was injured. Witnesses reported seeing a man running from the scene. He matched the description of a person involved in an earlier incident at Malvern. It's alleged the man had walked into a petrol station on Glenferrie Road, emptied a jerry can of fuel onto the ground, then lit a lighter in front of witnesses before fleeing. A 33-year-old Surrey Hills man's been arrested, will face court today. More secret stockpiles of soft plastics dumped by the failed Red Cycle scheme have been uncovered. Madeline McNeil reports.
The scheme collapsed in November last year after it was revealed it could no longer keep up with the volume of soft plastic it was meant to recycle. The company had been stockpiling tons of materials. More than a dozen new dump sites have been found across 6 states. Financial records also revealed the company owed more than $5 million to creditors when it was declared insolvent. But Coles and Woolworths, who recently took control of the failed scheme, say the total weight of the stockpiles is still lower than originally estimated at 11,000 tonnes. In Sydney, Madeline McNeil, 9 News.
Hundreds of Australian women fitted with a contraceptive implant are suing its manufacturer over severe side effects. The Issure device involves inserting a metal coil into the fallopian tubes, a class action to be heard in the Victorian Supreme Court tomorrow. Well, a plan to create a swimming trail in Port Phillip has been welcomed by the head of the Port Melbourne Icebergers. Ross Hedefin likes the idea of implementing buoys, but says his group has been using informal markers for years.
We actually do have a lot of poles in the bay already because it marks off the swimming area from the boating area, and the Icebergers have got names for all the poles from Port Melbourne down to Elwood almost. So it's an informal naming of the poles, but yeah, if we put some signs on them and say how far to the St Kilda Pier, the Kerford Road Pier to the next pole would be a lot of fun.
Overseas, and today marks 25 years since the Good Friday Agreement was signed, bringing an end to the Troubles in Northern Ireland. The deal was made between the British and Irish governments and 8 political parties from Northern Ireland. The royal families attended St George's Chapel at Windsor Castle for the first Easter Sunday service of King Charles's reign. Edward Godfrey reports.
There may have been some sadness for a couple of reasons for King Charles today, but he and Camilla did look in good spirits as they arrived for the Easter Sunday service. Royal blue was the colour of the day, Charles complimenting the Queen Consort. Kate wore a striking blue coat dress with matching pillpox hat. William and the children in blue also. Louis, on his best behaviour, staying close to his mum. There were many other members of the family there too. Andrew making a rare appearance, and Princess Anne and Prince Edward were there also. This is Charles's first Easter Sunday service as king, the first since his mother passed away last year. It was held at Windsor, where his late mother called home, and inside the St George's Chapel, which is her final resting place. In London, Edward Godfrey, 9 News.
Sport. For Horsham Bearings, Starlet Street, the district's largest range of industrial supplies.
Spanish golfer John Rahm is on track to win the Masters at Augusta National for the first time. Rahm holds a 4-shot lead over Brooks Koepka and Phil Mickelson with 3 holes left to play. Arsenal's hopes of winning the EPL title have suffered a hit, dropping points to Liverpool. The Gunners drew 2-2 with the Reds at Anfield, conceding a late goal to Roberto Firmino.
Hushed sentence over Anfield, the enormity of what's happening here. Alexander-Arnold! Roberto Firmino! From 2-0 down, Liverpool come back from the dead!
Tom McDonald's marked his return to Melbourne's lineup with 4 goals and a 63-point win over West Coast, giving the Demons a selection dilemma with Ben Brown to return from injury. 9:05, and that's the latest news and sport.
A hub for local news, events and a good laugh.
award-winning team at Smart Arts Theatre, in conjunction with the Wimmera Steampunk Festival, presents Shuddersome Tales of Poe. April 20, 21 and 22 at the Star Theatre, Dimpula, with performances at 7 and 9 p.m. Tickets via eventbrite.com.au. Quoth the Raven.
For 25 years, Aussies have been powering their passion with battery work.
Mix FM weather for Horsham Sports Community Club. Members score $5 off all main meals on Wednesday nights. Book today.
Battery work.
Your 4-day forecast for the Wimmera and Mallee, expecting cloudy conditions and light winds throughout your Monday. Partly cloudy again on Tuesday with a chance of morning fog, slight chance of showers, light winds and 18. And Wednesday, cloudy, a very high chance of showers and reaching 19, with Thursday, partly cloudy, light winds and 21. Top of 17 in Horsham for your Monday, 16 in Stawell, 15 for Ararat, 19 for Mildura and Oyen, and a top of 18 in Swan Hill.
McDelivery has arrived on the My Macca's app. Available in select locations only. See an app for details.
Right now, it's 11 degrees.